Okay, I'm back. Hello. Hello. Alright, I'm gonna open VTube Studio on my phone real quick. Okay, I'm back. Alright. Let me set things up real quick. Okay, I haven't opened the game yet. I should probably do that. I did install it, right? Turing complete. There it is. Why does this not start full screen? Oh, it doesn't start full screen. That's so annoying. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, Turing complete. Anyways. Bah! Alright. Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome to Turing complete. Options. Alright, let me know if the game is like too loud or too quiet. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. Anyways. But yeah. So, Turing Complete is a game where you, what's it called? You just make a Turing Complete machine, I guess, or something. I actually don't know too much about the story. I've seen Jellyhush Yumi play it, but I've not really seen her play it. Like, I understand how, like, logic gates and stuff work vaguely, but I've never really, like, worked with them, you know?
Congratulations, you've been abducted. We are testing you. The rules are simple. Build a functional computer or you'll be eaten. Good luck.
Okay. That's a fun little introduction. A signal flows from the input to the output. In the upper left corner, under input, there's a green icon. Click it to turn it on and off. Notice that the output component is turned off. This is because the signal stopped flowing from the input component.
We are very impressed with how well you completed the last test.
Hi, welcome, by the way.
We have decided you are probably not a plant.
Okay. NAND gate. In this level, the challenge is to figure out how the NAND gate component works. Be sure to figure it out before you complete this level or you get stuck next level. So it's like not and, right? Like, it's just literally anything but and. Okay. Alright, so like, off is on. On. Okay, so 0, 1 is on. Wait, hold on. Okay, so 1, 0 is on. And then 1, 1 is off. There we go. Check. Does Munchie know the Turing lore? Not necessarily. I know, like, what was his name? Alan Turing? What's it called? His name was like Alan Turing or something, and he made like the Turing machine during World War II. Was he murdered by the Brits or something?
Correct. You've unlocked the NAND gate. With this component, you can build everything else in your computer.
Okay.
Now that you unlocked the NAND gate, it is time for you to build a circuit.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, what does F5 do? Hold on.
It is time for you to build a circuit.
He offed himself with cyanide, and he was gay. Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. I never heard about that one. All I really knew is that he made like the Turing machine, and that's it. Click on the NAND component on the top right beside the screen. Place it.
Last level, you made a table that described the circuit. In this level, you'll build a circuit that matches table.
Uh-huh. Okay, using the NAND gate, build the NOT gate. Okay. Alright, so it looks like F5 like runs shit. Oh, okay. Next is F5, run is F6, reset is F4, multi-select. Okay. And then delete. Cool. Okay, so NAND. Okay, so NAND is not AND. So like, what's it? He was chemically castrated instead of going to prison for being gay. Alan Turing was one of those guys who broke the Enigma code during World War II. Yeah. Okay, so like, if I... What? Click next tick in the upper left corner to... Okay. 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 Click next tick in the upper left corner to test each combination of results. You win the level once both combinations have been tested correct. Okay. Can I just do this? Okay, that works. That works. Wait, why does this work? Oh, okay, because like, what's it called? When you turn this on, when you turn it on, it's and. When you turn it off, it's not and. Deselect the component by clicking the background. Because like, oh, if it's off, okay, 0. Okay, if it's 0 and I have 2 inputs to the NAND gate, it's like 0, 0, which is not AND, which makes it on. But if it's like 1, it's... Oh, okay. Bro stumbled into intelligence. Okay. Use keyboard... Okay, use keyboard to pan. We've unlocked the NOT gate. Alright.
Right now, the elephant is dominating all other test subjects from Earth. Adjusting for brain size, you are also doing well.
Complete the circuit that matches the table. Double click on a component to move it together with connected wires. Okay. So we got 2 inputs here. Okay. So we're making an AND gate. So if I put down an AND and drag this over. Oh shit. Obviously this doesn't. Okay, so if both are off, it needs to be off. If one is on, it needs to be off. The other is off, it needs to be off. But if both are on... Hey! I did it! Okay. Whoa, Tearlaments Suureva. Yo. Also, hi, welcome, by the way, man. Welcome in. Also, thanks for liking whoever did. But yeah, I'm Tearlaments Suureva. Hi, hello. Legally distinct, not official Konami thingy. But yeah, welcome in. Wait, join the Discord. Immediately getting shilled too. Okay, so why does this work? Hold on. So off. Wait. What did I do? What did I do? Hello? Help? Okay, let's like run this. Onwards. Okay, so hold on, wait. Okay. So off is on, not on is not on. We're throwing this guy to the attic. Reminded to bring an extra set of meals for this guy. What do you mean extra set of meals? I don't bring you guys meals in the first place. Whoa, another person to abuse my power on. Hello, Cesium. Welcome in. Okay, so off is on and not on is off. Okay, so not and. Okay, so not and only produces 1 when it's not and not and. Oh, wait. It's just in the name. Not and is and. Oh, I don't think that's exactly what it's meant to be. You're offering us 2 crunch wraps yesterday. That's true. Actually, no, I am a good person. I'll bring 3 crunch wraps. Yeah, I'll bring 3 crunch wraps next time. But yeah, like, and is like not. Okay, and is not NAND. Oh. Okay, okay.
Most creatures on Earth are aggressive and cannot focus. To succeed, you must learn to think logically while not destroying things.
Create the circuit that matches the table. Double click on components to connecting wires. Okay, so we're making a NOR gate. Okay, not or. Wait, where's our AND gate? Okay, so... Hold on. Wait, let me go back to the levels. Okay, so... Wouldn't an OR gate just be, like, not AND? As... Because, like... Okay, so NAND... NAND is not AND. AND is not AND. OR is not AND. Wait, okay, so hold on. Let me test this real quick. So it's like, close. NAND, not. So if I do this, both are off, it's not on. And then boom. So like, boom, oh. Okay. We're missing something here. By the way, DVR is off. Oh yeah, let me go turn the... Okay, actually, it's DVR is on. Let me turn that off. There we go. Oh my goodness, 3 crunch wraps. But yeah, okay, so that was wrong. I was wrong. Okay, so... Not or. Not or. So it has to be off. Both off. Okay, so what do we have that's already... Okay, so both off is wrong. What if I put in 2 NAND gates in here? Cause like, let's go. Okay, so a not AND gate with 2 inputs is a not gate. So technically we really only need this. 2 not gates. Oh. What if I do this? Oh. Cause like, okay. So they're both off. It's off. Not and. Not and. Not and. Okay, hold on. So, wait. Okay, off. Okay. Okay, so... Okay, 2 knots are yes. 2 AND gates in succession doesn't do anything. Bro is not cooking. Okay, hold on. So... I feel like I'm almost there. Because, like, what's up? Off is on. Wait. No. Okay, so... Not and... Okay, how similar does this look to... Okay, so not and nor have the same output for both on. So we just need to take a not... Okay. Not and... Oh yeah, hold on. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna... What's the... Want a hint? I think, what's it called? Okay, let me unpin that, hold on. Let me, like, rephrase that. Remove. Okay. No backseating, please. Unless I explicitly ask for it, do not. Okay. Unless the text... Okay, unless the text on screen allows, do not give hints or advice. There we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why did it do that? There we go. Wait, I just noticed the gremlins in the corner. Yeah, the little stupid-ass, like, Hollow Life plushies. Also, thanks for liking, by the way. Ain't there a chart for this? Probably. Probably. Okay, so... Not and... This doesn't do anything. Wait, can I do this? Okay, no, I can't do that. The output of a component leads back to its own... Okay, circular dependency. Don't do that. Okay. So... I feel like I was onto something here. Because, like, what's it called? Okay, I can't just stick a knot, because then that'll just, like, kill everything. Alt-click to move wire head. Hold on, so if I do this... Okay. So... Okay. I have off is on. Okay, so 0, 0 is 1. 0, 0 is 1. 1, 0 is 0. Because, like, what's it called? This works because it makes an AND. What if 2 NAND gates... Hold on, wait, okay. Wait, no. A NAND gate with 2 inputs is just a NOT gate, so I'm literally just doing the same thing. Because, like, this is literally exactly what I was just doing. Huh. Oh wait, that's you. Hello, hi. Yeah. There is a chart for this. I used my aerospace electronics classes in the textbook. But yeah, what's it called? This will happen sooner or later. Okay, if I go back to this. So this works because it's AND. What if I did this? And then this. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Man, a lot of stuff being said, yet I don't understand any of it. But yeah, what's it called? So this is Turing Complete, and it's a game where you're basically building a computer. It's all this sort of like under... It's all this stuff like under, like, straight up programming. What's that called? Bro's cooking with the... Okay, bro's cooking with the AND gate before the NAND gate. Actually, hold on. No spoilers. Please. Or... No major backseating. Okay, like, if I'm, like... if I've done something correct, feel free to, like, what's it called? Okay. Okay, let me... I never pinned the message. If I'm doing something right, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, don't give me new info. I think that's a fair pin. There we go. No backseating, please. If I'm doing something right, feel free to let me know. Okay, so like... Because like this thing doesn't work like both sides or something. Okay, so what does this output? This outputs... Wait, so... Okay, so this outputs... The first... Okay, hold on. The first two are fine. I just need to somehow mirror this. Somehow mirror this. Okay, so not and is anything but and. Not or is the opposite of not and. Wait, no. Okay, so not and is if both are on, then off. If both are on, then off. Okay. Because, like, I have to, like, mirror this somehow. Like, obviously, if I just put two not gates... What if I did this twice? No, that's probably way too over-engineered. Okay, so... Okay. 0, 0... Okay, let me, like, turn off all the inputs. Is there a hotkey for these? No. 0, 0 is on. Think, Machi, think. Okay, so... Not and. Not and. So not and here for 1, 0 is working because it is producing an and value. I need this to also produce an and value. But this only produces an and value. Okay, so, hold on. Obviously, this doesn't work. Wait a minute. Why does that work? Okay, so... Huh. Okay, wait. Why does this work? So... Finally! Okay, so... Off, off. Okay, so if it's off and off, not off is on, and that's and. Not and is okay. So if I turn on 1, why? Monica spec'd into the computer Asian side of more. Okay, Monica spec'd into the computer Asian side of things more heavily than I did, so this is on her. But yeah. Okay, so why does this work? Okay, so if they're both on. Okay, so the only state. Wait. Okay, so it only produces on when they're both off. Okay, so or is one or the other, so something is on. So as long as something is on. Oh, wait, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so as long as something is on. As long as something is on, it turns off the NAND gate. Okay, so wait. So, off, on, off, on. So, off, on. I don't think this is that important. Okay, so we have. Okay.
You should be glorious. You get to participate in. But you should be happy you get to participate in our glorious tests. You get a chance to communicate with very advanced people from the galactic civilization.
Create the circuit that matches the table. We're creating an OR gate. So, would this not just be... Hold on. Would this not just be a not OR gate? There. So off, off. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. OR is just not OR. Okay. NOR gate is on unless an output is on. Okay. NOR gate is on unless an input is on. Two AND gates can be removed. Hold on, so... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, so like... Oh, I can just remove these. So I just need this. Oh! Oh! Okay, because like, if there's two of them, there can just be none of them. Oh! Not those two. Also, hi, welcome if anyone just popped in. Okay, so we have gates. Okay. Create a circuit that is always on. Okay. So, I think... Do we start... Okay, I think we start with a NOT gate. Okay, so... Or... Okay. If I have an OR gate... Okay. So, always on. Okay, so obviously not this. We're gonna leave this on. We're gonna leave this on. Minecraft is so cooked. Are we talking about this? Is this like in relation to the... Is this in relation to the game, or is there like another drop that I'm not aware of? The homies keep using my nether portal. What are they doing with said nether portal? Wait a minute. An OR gate. If I just use an OR gate... So an OR gate is always on... Okay, hold on. Okay, so... Okay. First off, let's get this and this. Oh. The output of a component leads back to its own input. Okay. What? If I do that, okay. Chat, I'm getting the lore drops, let's go. Okay, the homies keep using my nether portal, breaking into my house. SMH. Let's see if we just have jank. I gotta continue working on my hidden base in my house, but it's kind of difficult with people moving in and out all the time. Just become Yugioh. Oh shit, wait. That wasn't even connected. There. Input is on. Using the AND gate is right? Okay. Wait, so if I use an AND gate and an OR gate, an AND gate and an OR gate have the exact opposite. No, they don't have the exact opposite. Okay, this is always off permanently because we never get through the AND gate. Oh? Oh? Huzzah! This level unlocks your first manual page. This one is important, make sure you understand it. Ooh. Okay, De Morgan's laws. The truth tables of the four fundamental gates are symmetrical. You can convert between them by inverting the input, vertical arrows, or inverting the output, as indicated by the graph below. No major backseating? What if it was our minor? Hi, welcome, by the way. Thanks for liking whoever did, also. I don't know what's it called. Don't read the chat? Okay, hold on. I think I can read the chat now because I think the using the AND gate is right. Oops, don't read the chat. Spoilers, my bad. Good to see you again. Hello. But yeah, I think what's called I think you are fine with that one. But what's it called? Anyways, okay, so like you can get from any basic gate to any other. At most, you have to not both inputs and outputs. You can go between OR and NOR by inverting output. Okay. Oh. Okay, so not OR, and not and. Inverting the input. Oh. Oh, wait, okay, so hold on. Let me get rid of this. If I have an OR gate, okay, if I have an AND gate, oh. Hold on, wait, okay, so on. Out, boom, boom. You need level 2 inputs? Okay. Okay, hold on. So let me go to sandbox. Welcome to the sandbox. Oh. Oh. Always on, always off. Where are the inputs? Delay line, 1-bit memory. Oh. 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 What are these, bro? What the f... Okay. How do I make an input? Help. Instructions. Click to toggle the bits. Component factory. Oh. What is this? Okay, let me just go back to... Okay. Play campaign. Levels. Is there a level with 2 inputs? Here we go. Okay, so like... So if I have... whatever. I'll... Bro jumped to level 10. I'll like mess around with it later. Okay.
As you know, these tests culminate in building a functional computer. Species that are capable of finishing are considered sentient by law. This is the main reason we don't eat you afterwards.
Output on the second tick only. Okay. Output on the second tick only. Always on. Okay. So we have these now. Okay, so first off, which gate do we want to start with this? I'm gonna start with an OR gate because that is an OR value. Let's like stick it here in the middle. So that works. That works. So we need this to not work. And this to... What did I do? Okay, so... Thanks for liking, by the way, whoever just said. So... We just need this to not work. This to work, but this to not. Okay, so what are we doing here? Like... Really? Okay, manual. Oh, right, we have manual entries. Okay, so like, De Morgan's laws. You can get from any basic gate to the other. So OR and NAND do get us there. So if I take a NAND gate, not. So, no, we don't need to do that. So, hi, welcome if anyone just popped in. So not and does get us there. So we need this to return off. Nor and or. I should probably keep the manual open. Negating the output flips all the bits in the last row of the truth table. Negating the inputs mirrors... Okay. Ooh. Okay. Negating the output flips all the bits in the last row. Okay. Negating... Okay, so... Okay. So not and... Negating the output flips all the bits in the last row of the truth table. Uh-huh. Negating the output. What do we mean negate the output? Negate the... Like... Because, like, using not is inverting. Hi, Machi. Hello. Welcome in. Hi, welcome everyone who's popping in. The truth tables of the 4 fundamental gates are symmetrical. You can convert between them by inverting the input or inverting the output. You can get from any basic gate to the other. At most, you have to not both inputs and output. Imperm the output, dumbass. How do I imperm the output? Also, thanks for liking, by the way. Or is nor with an end gate at the end. Yeah, okay. So that's like inverting the output. How do we negate the output? Negating the output flips all the bits in the last row of the truth table. If I stick a not... You can go between or and nor by inverting output. You can go between or and nor by inverting output. The same goes for no. In fact, okay, nor means not or and and means not and. Notice the component shape of nor / or are identical, except for the little dot at the tip. Oh, the little dot at the tip means not. And are also identical except for this dot. Okay. Negating the output flips all the bits in the last row of the truth table. Negating the inputs mirrors the last row of the truth table around the center. What does negate mean? You can, okay, invert the input. Vertical arrows. So nor becomes and. If I take a nor gate, wait. Okay, so just so I understand this, if I take a nor gate and then just do this, it just becomes an and gate, right? Uh-huh. So if I take an or gate, it becomes a NAND gate. Wait, no, an or gate. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I get that now. Also, who's using the emoji thing, lmao? That's a very good question. I'm in booth game. There's so many Uma Musume horses. It's always fun seeing what so booth game is always fun because people always hop on with cool models and stuff. The truth tables with the 4 fundamental gates are symmetrical. You can convert between them by inverting the input or inverting the output. You can get from any basic gate to any other. At most, you have to not both inputs and output. Wait a minute. So if I take an OR gate and just not everything. Off. I mean, not OR just becomes NOR. Okay, so not OR... Wait. What am I doing? Okay, so... Wait, okay, so this is... Okay, so if you invert the input of an OR gate... Okay, so this is the NAND gate, so this is an AND gate. Okay. So if this is an AND gate, second tick. I have a feeling that the secret lies in like using these. Input 1, input 2, desired output. So if this is on, okay, if this is always on, shit. Okay, what if I split my inputs? So like this visually is just this thing. What if I have these two be like, okay, so like this OR gate is always on. Okay. What if I made this an AND gate? Okay, don't use on and off gates. Okay. Okay. The AND gate is right by. Okay. But yeah, thanks for popping in. Thanks for popping in. Okay, so I don't need those just yet. Alright, so AND gate is correct. Huh. So if I just throw in an AND gate, this is wrong. How do I... Second tick. So like... Off, off. So OR, only one OR. So I was messing around with, okay, how did I make the AND gate? Okay, hold on. Was it the NAND gate? I think it was like NAND, and I had one input be NOT. So there's this. So if I just do not this. Ah, there we go. Okay. So like, cause like, what's it called? I remember I was messing around with the NAND gate, and like, I was trying to like, what's it called? I didn't know how to like turn off both inputs, but if I only turn off one input and do not that, okay. Interesting, interesting. How do I go to the next level? Onwards. Okay, there's no manual here. XOR gate. Last level, you built a circuit that was on when we were at the second tick. This level builds a circuit that is on when we are at the second or third tick. Okay, so this is like XOR, exclusive OR. You can replace the NAND gate with the AND gate and get rid of the AND at the end. Oh, okay. Yeah, because like, it's like not AND with not, so it's just AND. Okay, bye for real. Bye-bye. Also, thanks for popping in, anyone who popped in. This is known as an XOR gate. This level is difficult, so don't be discouraged if you don't get the answer right away. You can connect one output to more than one gates. So I already know that. Okay, so you start with an OR gate, I think. So we need... Okay, so we need a, like, not... Okay. So if I just do this, what does this do? Okay. Okay, so if I bring back that... No, I need the AND gate. If I just negate the ANDs. Okay, if I negate both of the inputs of the AND. Okay, if I invert the inputs of the AND, it gets me a NOR gate. Which is not what I want. Can I do this? Short circuit, outputs, and 1. Okay. Okay, so I've inverted the output of this. Okay. This doesn't do anything. So, what if I did something like this? So then if I have one of these, this is always off. Exclusive OR gate. Oh, there's a view solution button. I need to not hit that. So it's an OR gate. Well, I mean, or and not and, maybe? Okay. So off is on. So if I did this. Okay, so this doesn't do anything. So not or is just nor. Not or is just or. X or. Exclusively or. I feel like I have to use the NAND gate here somehow. Because, like, is it not just this? Hold on. I already tried this, right? So off is on, which is not good. I already tried this. So off is that. Okay, so this doesn't help. Like, I feel like it's something here. But, like, no, it's not. So if I go back here, stick the AND gate. It's this, okay, it's the same thing as doing this. OR gate lets through everything. Okay, as long as a bit is on. As long as a bit is on, the OR gate will always be on. Okay. Does manual help me at all? Negating the output flips all the bits in the last row of the truth table. So if, okay, let me try that real quick. So like an OR gate. So if I'm correct about what negating the input means, this is not. How did I do last level? So if I did this, so this is supposed to work, right? Yeah, okay. So not and is only the second tick. So if I go back to here, if I go not and, well, it's not a not, it's not an and gate, but you know. If I do this, how far does this get me? This gets me the second tick. So like, if this gets me the second tick, surely if I do this here, if I do this, it'll just flip, right? It does. So what if I just do this twice and feed it into an AND gate? Can I cross these? Yes. Okay, hold on. So let me do this real quick. So it's like and not and not. Oh! Oh! Oh, I did it. Oh, wait, how does this work? How do I clean this up, by the way? This is disgusting. This is nasty. What is this supposed to look like? Okay, we can clean this up. It's wrong Asian, the other Asian left. Yeah. Okay, so I do this, and I do this. This needs 2 inputs, right? No. Does this work? No. So, okay, what did I do? So I did and and or so we need this to go to the top twice. What the fuck did I do? Oh, it links you to a YouTube video. An unlisted YouTube video.
We only...
Okay, so the solution looks like... Okay. Hold on. Okay, how did I wire this up? So I did like... And this goes to the top always. Okay, wait. So we need this. But we also need this. Oh, you can move that. There. So the solution that they have is this. So they have an OR gate and a NAND gate and an AND gate. So the NAND gate feeds in like this. The OR gate feeds in like this. And then the first input hooks into here. The second input hooks into here. Like that. Can I save this? Can I get another one of these? Okay, so why does this work? So this is the solution they have. So why does this work? So off and off. Man. Let me like mute the game real quick. So hold on. Window capture. YouTube. So like this is the YouTube video, right?
To the tick count. This level has 2 on states and 2 off states, and that's actually quite different from what we've done before, because all of these basic gates, they all have 3 of the same kind of state in the output, and that means they have a symmetry to them where we can move between them using NOT gates, but that's not the case now. The closest we have to this is maybe something like the NAND gate and an OR gate, where you see the OR gate is almost what we want, only the last output here is different.
Yeah.
And the NAND gate is also almost what we want, only the first output here is different. But if you look at these two, if we could just merge these two last rows in their truth tables, merge them in such...
Because like, let's go. If we go into the game, play campaign, go to the manual, like, negating the output flips all the bits in the last row. Negating the inputs mirrors the last row of the truth table around the center. So I'm pretty sure, okay, so it's like OR and NAND, we want to sort of like mix these together or whatever. Yeah, that's what the guy just said. That's what the guy just said.
A way that we always preferred we only output on if both of these two agree that it should be on. Because the way that they are different from what we want is this first value in this case should have been off, but it's on. And here it's the last value that should have been off, but it's on. So as long as we only output when they both agree that it should be on, we should be okay. So let's try that. And the way you merge them like that is an AND gate, right? Only if they're both on will the output be on.
Okay. Oh, it is literally NAND and OR. Cause like, let's go conceptually. Conceptually, it literally is just NAND and OR. I don't know what I was doing with like the way this and like this. Hold on, once ago, cause like we are literally just saying NAND and OR. I don't know if like wait, okay, so like this output goes to both. Okay, input 1 goes to both NAND and OR. So each input is fed into at least one of the things. So like if I were to like do this, right? There, there. This goes both in there and there. This goes both in... Shit. Hold on. Okay, how can we make this look a bit cleaner? So it's NAND OR. This needs to go into both. So let's say just the top. This. That. Okay, those are going to both, and then the AND gate. Yeah, so the first input. Okay, so we're basically turning each of these inputs into OR gates, or whatever. But if we turn on both of them, hang on. So what? Hold on. What? Okay, so this is not AND. This is whatever. Whatever. Weeball. Okay, so like, cool. Let's move on. Let's move on. My brain hurt. Okay, so we got two branches here. So this is all like basic logic, arithmetic, memory, CPU architecture, working computer. Okay, working computer, programming, CPU architecture 2, functions, assembly challenges. Okay. Alright, so let's like finish up basic logic at least. Create an OR gate with 3 inputs. What? Okay. Obviously, this isn't it. What does this do for us? What the f- Okay. Okay. That's completely fine. Thanks for liking, by the way, what we just did. That is completely fine. Okay. I'll zip, it's late, fun stream though. But yeah, thanks for popping in, man. Create an AND gate with 3 inputs. Surely this isn't the same thing, right? Obviously it can't be. Uh-huh. Sure. Sure, okay. Alright, so we got this, like, final level in basic logic. And then we start going to arithmetic. Easy. Create the inverse XOR gate. Okay, do we just not take XOR? Do we just not take not XOR? This is like... Okay. Okay. Sure. Alright, so like... Nice, we got all our basic logic gates. So... Arithmetic.
This level is my favorite pastime, converting decimal into binary under time pressure.
What the hell? Toggle the bits in the level panel so they add up to the decimal number in question. You must beat level 3 to pass. What? What is 1 in binaries? Submit. What is 2? 3. 13. No! Oh, shit. So this is 1, 2, 3, 6, 11, 12, 1, 14, 6, 21, 2, 4, 19, 31. At the very least, I know how binary works, so it's like, it is what it is. 3, 5, 62, 32, 7, 38. Go! 42. There. 38. 14. 18. 16 plus 2. 47 is... we're cooked. Okay. 7. 121. Oh, shit. There. 11 is this. 96. Boom. 109. Go! Oh, oh. Okay, 5 binary. 109. We just did this. Shit! Ah, okay. We actually made it pretty freaking far. Okay, we only needed to make it to level 5. Level 3. There's exactly one way to write each number in binary. The value of each digit is always double the previous digit. But yeah, like, I've at the very least, like, learned how to count in binary. Okay, so this is, like, memory. We'll work on basic arithmetic first and then go into memory. So, like, here.
Because we are so technologically advanced, we have machines fold our socks. Unfortunately, the circuit that detects sock pairs broke on the machine.
This level is 4 inputs. Output, yes, when 2 of them are yes. Okay. So, hold on, let me go to the main menu real quick. Options, turn the music back on. There we go. What is that? Only 2. Oh my lord. What if I just put 2 XOR gates together? I ask myself the same question every time I wander some random fuck-ass lava puddle. What did I say? Okay. So we only let these top 2 through. So these get to go all the way down. Oh. Okay, we need to use an OR gate. That's a 3-pin OR gate. So these guys get the fast pass. Oh, it's when any two. Shit. I feel like we gotta use these, right? Where's the big AND gate? 3-pin OR gate. What does this do? Okay. Uh-huh. What if we get another 3-pin OR gate? Okay. So if we like split this top, okay, so if we have both of these. How many wrong do we have? This. Oh, I just do AND, right? No. Not AND? Can we have multi-pin XOR gates? So if I do XOR here. Wait. Okay, so if we really think about this. When both inputs are green. So if I have two AND gates and I do XOR, if I do this, okay, we killed it. So, man. Okay, we're gonna come back to this. Level map. We'll come back. Okay, odd number of signals.
Using a maximum of 3 components, output on only when an odd number of inputs are on.
So there's a hint you can use if you get stuck, okay? So, components spent. I mean components spent. Huh. What? Odd number of signals. Only output on if an odd number of signals are on. Universal gates. Truth tables. Okay, the tables of input and output, which are used everywhere through the game, are commonly known as truth tables. Input and output will often be represented by variable names like an algebra. Instead of using colors, you'll see the values represented as 0, 1, or true and false. It turns out you can build all the logic for a computer out of either NAND or NOR gates. The Apollo guidance computers were built entirely of NOR gates. Designed in the 60s, they had only 4 kilobytes of RAM and 32 kilobytes of disk space, but guided astronauts to the moon nonetheless. Modern computers are not entirely built out of just one of the universal gates, but when applicable, NAND gates are preferred over NOR because they have less delay and occupy less area. That's cool. Like, all we have is De Morgan's laws to... That's how a transistor works? Okay. Alright, so, like, odd number of signals. There's 4 inputs. Three-pin OR gate. Oh, there's the 3-pin AND gate. Is it just this? Nope. So that's 1. Circular dependency.
In our education system, we traditionally teach by tricking students into doing the wrong thing and then teasing them. I'm not sure if it benefits the students, but the teachers love it.
Create a circular dependency. This is a circuit where the input of the component relies on its output. In a circular dependency situation, it is not possible to determine the output of the component because you would first need to determine the input, which relies on the output, blah, blah, blah. The state is normally not allowed in other levels, but this level is to create it so you understand what it is before going forward. I mean, this, right? Okay, create a circular dependency involving at least 2 components. We just do that, right? Okay. This level introduces the delay line component. It takes its input and outputs it 1 tick later. Construct a circuit that outputs the same as input, just delayed by 2 ticks. It's just this, right? Okay. You know, fuck it. We're gonna do memory first. Or whatever the hell.
In a previous level, you determined how we don't allow circular dependencies. Now you must learn the one exception.
The delay line is allowed to depend on its own input. This is because its input does not influence the rest of the circuit until next tick. Square pins in the game never affect the output in the same tick, therefore they never cause circular dependencies. Output off on the even ticks and on the odd ticks. So is this not just this? Am I stupid? The delay line is allowed to define on the own. Okay. There. Does this ever turn on? No. What the fuck? Output this ticks input next tick. Why does this output not even work in the first place? Oh. Wait, oh, what? Do I not just do this then? Okay, what? What the hell? This doesn't output anything ever. Oh shit, I'm hard stuck. Oh no. Okay, like... Ugh. It feels like this level is a lot more important. Hard stuck bronze. You can figure out if two inputs have an odd number of that with just one component. Okay. Okay, so the OR gate... Wait, the XOR gate. Oh, right, the XOR gate. Okay, so I know it's gotta be XOR or something. What if I have 3 XOR gates? One or one. Hey! Okay, we did it. Okay. Because, like, XOR only allows one odd... Okay. XOR only allows an odd number of signals out, so we just do XOR gates all the way down. So that means... Don't overthink this level. So that means we just have 2 XOR gate. Like, did I do this last time? I don't even fucking know. Or, no, we just want regular OR gates, right? Heike, at this point, I feel like I'm just bros Johnny Silverhand from Cyberpunk. Yeah, like, what's it called? You're just, like, chilling. Ah. Okay. If if I have 2 XOR gates? Tip, don't overthink this level. When 2 or more. So it's just more than 1. Oh, it's not an even, it's just more than 1. Okay, what did I do for the previous level? Hold on. 3 XOR gates is an odd number. So if I throw 3 XOR gates at it, how close do we get? So just 1. And? Ah. So 2 doesn't work. What if I just... Did I already do this? So 2 inputs doesn't work. 3 does. 2 does not. Okay, so 2 inputs. What if I put this as an OR gate and this as an AND gate? Because... Ah. Okay. What if I have 2 AND gates? What if I did this? Hold on. What if I had 4 AND gates? No. Okay, so what did I do last time? So did and or. Short circuit. Oh shit. What if I just input this to everything? This is going to kill the machine. This is not going to work in the slightest. Yup. Okay, so what if I, at the very least, input this to both? Damn. Okay. Okay, let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. So this doesn't work. What if I put a NOR, an OR, okay, what if we did NOR gates? No. This is back where we were. So, okay, I'm back to stacking 3 OR gates, but like this lets through just 1, I believe, right? Yeah. It doesn't give me the X NOR gate, so I don't think I need that. But then again, like the on off. Not XOR is even. This does not work either. So I'm building an underground log cabin. It's gonna be hype as fuck. That sounds pretty sick. What's that called? Like, I feel like burying anything in a huge hole in the ground is always pretty sick. Okay, like, I'm going to get this level before we end stream today. Wait, is it just, wait, not and only lets through one? Is this it? Ma. Okay. This. Wait a minute. Grr. So we need an even number plus 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so one of these. Okay, any of these and. Damn. Wait a minute. Oh. If I use, okay, that, if I use 2 OR gates, that'd be the same as like a 3-pin AND gate. A 3-pin OR gate. So. Okay, so why does this 2 not work? So we need any 2. Okay. 1. Okay, anything plus 1. Anything plus 1. So if I lead all of these into the same place, shit. I'm at Bedrock and got most of my base built out. Got an enchanting room, smelting room, giant cavern where I can grow trees but I don't to head above ground, a dirt patch. I just need a pond and a log cabin now. That's gonna be so cool. Also, hi, welcome everyone who's popping in. Oh my freaking god, dude. 2 or more. 2 or more. At least 2. Don't overthink it. Okay, this serves no purpose. That serves no purpose. Don't overthink it. What the fuck? Can I get a hint? I think what I did earlier was like this. Okay, so like if I can't just throw a 3-pin OR gate at it. This is what I had earlier. Well, it's not a 3-pin OR gate. I had 4 AND gates. For like every single combination of like that. So like boom, boom. Okay, that'd be like 16 then. Okay, we just need every pair. Not really. Something like this. Because, like, what's up? If it's just 1, nothing. 2, something. How do I... Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So... I'm not merging all of these. Don't overthink it. I need 2 to go through. This is always on. That's not what we want. I don't get it. Half adder, full adder, double number counting signals. Okay, so like there's all those 4 inputs. Output on when 2 or more are on. So here the issue is like, if where did that? If this is on at all, shit. What if I made a 4-pin OR gate? Okay. So it's just a really big OR gate. Cause like if we just like hook up everything to an AND gate, it's like their own AND gate. Cause like 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 4, 2 and 1, 2 and 2, 2 and 3, 2 and 4. It's just too big though. What if I did this? What if I did this? Nope. Hmm. Oh, I'm really tempted to just look at the solution, because, like, what the fuck? And only lets through 2. NAND lets through 1. This is not gonna work. I've returned. Hi, welcome. 2 or more. 2 or more. If it's just one, not. If I invert the signal of all of these, that does literally nothing. More than one. More than one. More than one. I just need... I just need a big 4-pin and... Wait a minute. Well, I mean... Uh-huh. Wait a minute. No, what did I want? Damn it. Okay, so if and so it's 1, 2. So this doesn't account for this. Okay, this doesn't account for bits on opposite sides. So we simply account for bits on opposite sides. Uh-huh. I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I did that. Like, you just have to account for everything. How? Okay, what is the solution? Oh, come on, man. Okay, so, like, what's it called?
In this level, we are asked to figure out if 2 or more outputs are or inputs are on. And some people might have struggled with this just because there's a very simple solution, but they might think that it's kind of too ugly, or you know, we're used from school to always have these nice questions with neat answers and not too much like nitty-gritty stuff. But in real life engineering, you do often find problems that just require some kind of ugly solution. And here, the solution is just to check every single combination.
Okay, so
And
that's exactly what I
actually,
did.
4 inputs,
Just
there are only
messy.
6 combinations, so it's not even that bad. So we need 6 AND gates.
Oh.
And then we need to check here. I'll check the 2 first inputs.
Okay, so if I go back to the game real quick, how many play campaign? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I just did that, but just really messy. Wait, let me see if I can do that better. So like what the guy did was this. So we're just playing Factorio at this point. U and U. Okay, so it's 1 and 2. This is going to be 1 and 3. This is going to be 1 and 4. Or just like 1, 2, 3, and then stick another OR gate at the back. Let's like do this cleaner. Hold on. So this is going to be an OR gate. And then we're going to have another OR gate over here. and then an OR gate. Okay, so hold on. So we need 2 and 3. Two and 4. Three and 4. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's see if... Okay, options. So we can get a couple more of these levels down. So an odd number of signals, I just threw like 3 XOR gates at it. Okay, it's like view the solution to this one. I just kind of want to hear it.
We're supposed to figure out if there's an even or odd number of inputs turned on. So, you know, this would be an odd number, obviously. So you would maybe imagine that you count somehow these. Actually, it's important to understand. I can call this on and this off if I want. I could have called it red and green. I could have called it, in programming, you would probably call it true and false, right? I could call it 1 and 0. And maybe here you would think it's better to think of it as 1 and 0, because then we're adding these 4 numbers here. It's 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 0. Okay, that's 3 and that's odd, so we output odd here. Or we output on here.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm going a little bit further. We only have 3 components.
Hold on, the game's like kind of loud. Let me... Here.
Right? I'm actually going to call the green here, I'm going to call it odd. And I'm going to call the red one even. And we don't really have the budget for full addition, but we can do, let's call it weird addition, because we know regardless of the number, that if I add 2 even numbers, I get an even number, right? If I add 2 odd numbers, I also get an even number. But if either of them, just one of them are even and the other one is odd, then I get an odd number. So we just need to find a basic component that has this truth table, and that turns out to be the XOR. Again, remember, I am considering the red thing here to be even. So even equals even. Odd equals even. And any combination where just one of them is odd gives you an odd. Okay, so this is exactly, again, let's call this weird addition. This is the weird addition that we want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These input numbers, or inputs, sorry, these inputs, this could have been a 3 or 7, and this could have been like a 4 or 6 or whatever. That doesn't matter. We don't care about that. All we care about is like, this first input was odd, the second input was even. Therefore, the result, if we add 2 numbers like that, it would be, the result would be an odd number. That's all we care about. And we can, of course, do that with the third and fourth input as well. And in this situation, we know, let's say we're thinking of this as we're adding 4 numbers, and we know that the sum of the 2 first numbers is odd.
Okay.
And we know that the sum of the last 2 numbers is also odd. Well, now we can do this one more time, because I don't need to know even the partial sums here. I just know they're both odd, so I know that that result of adding those 2 again would be even, right? So there's a lot of really cool tricks you can do with XOR like this, and yeah, this is one of them. This is actually equivalent. The game hasn't shown you anything about bits yet, like binary numbers. This is equivalent to just adding binary numbers, but just discarding everything else than the first bit, basically.
Well, that's neat. Okay. Also, hi, welcome to Finish Pop 10. Let's do a couple more levels, and then... Oh, what's it called? Level map. Let's do this one. This unlocks a manual thing. Counting signals. The output component of this level is a binary counter where the first 3 pins correspond to 1, 2, and 4. Use the binary counter to display the number of signals. What? Okay. Oh. Okay, let's like throw the... Okay, let's like throw the... this at it. Oh. What? Okay, so level log. The output of this level... Okay, the output component is a binary counter, where the first 3 pins contain... Okay. So obviously this is 1. So this would be 2. 3. And will we not just... This? 4. Hold on, let's do OR, maybe? 7. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Close enough? Oh. What? What do you mean? Oh, this should be... What? The circuitry for the 1s bit is the same as what you did in the odd... Okay. Circuitry for the 2s bit... What? The circuitry for the 1s bit is the same as what you did in the level odd number of signals. The circuitry for the 2s bit is what you did in double trouble, except when all 4 are on. The circuitry for the 2s bit is what you did in double trouble, except when all 4 are on. What? Oh, we're counting the number of signals that are... Hold on. The first 3 pins correspond to 1, 2, and 4. Use the binary to display the number of signals. Oh. The solution for this level is not very neat and requires more components. Okay, so for... What? The circuitry for the 1s bit is the same as what you did in the level odd number of signals. So if there's just 1 bit, okay, so if I XOR, so if I put this over here, XOR, 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 okay, so it's like let's like recreate this, right? So it's like XOR 1, 2, 3. Let's grab this, move this over here. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. This is odd, even, odd, even. Okay, so if I do this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get over here. There. So this is XOR. Okay. What? Okay, so if I go back to the level map, I go back to Double Trouble. Can I take this and like copy it in another level? Yes. Oh, you can rotate things. That's neat. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Cap this off here just so it's a little cleaner. So if I do this, oh, wait, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So if it's just this one, like we'll hook this up here first. Actually, hold on, let's do this. One, two. So it's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, where's the task or whatever? Here we go. So, hold on. I don't think we need this extra XOR gate. 1, 2, 3. What if we did this? So like, can I move this over this way? Let's bring this over here. So 1 goes here. 2. 3. And if we do this corresponds to 4. Oh. 1, 2. 3. So, okay, hold on. We gotta do some extra logic here. Actually, you know what we can do? We can do this. So 1 gets to go straight across. Two. Okay, so it's... Okay, this gets to stay. This gets to stay. So just 1. 0, 1, 0. So if it's both of these, zero. So 1, 0. This should be 3. Okay, so hold on. 1. The circuitry for the 2's bit is what you did in Double Trouble, except from all 4 are on. What? So we do have the triple OR. But if there's 2, and oh, this is like 3. Fuck. Shit. Okay, so if it's just 1, then it's... Okay, so this is 1. So 2... Shit. Oh, wait, okay, so like... If it's odd... Okay, if there's an odd number... Odd, even, odd, even. This is 1. Wait, okay, we're counting signals, not making a... If there's 1, if there's 2. Okay, so we do need this, like, thing here. Okay, so if it's... and... hello? There. So we go here, here. If it's 1, 2... So if there's... okay, so if there's 2 inputs... okay, if it's just 1, 2... okay, so there's 4 states this can be in. Wait, no. Yes. So it's like 1, 0. Okay, if it's 1, 0. Okay, I'm gonna build this again, and we're just gonna build like all 4 of the... so it's like 1, 0. Okay, we're gonna do this, right? So we're gonna have an and. One, 2, 3, 4. So if it's just 1, one, 2. What if I hook both of these up to an XOR gate? So this XOR gate detects if there's at least 1 on. Oh. No, it doesn't. We're gonna do this. One, two, three. 3 is gonna be and. Four. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get rid of this one. So it's like you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if I do this, 1 should light up at a time. One, two. Wait, hold on. So this is 1. Oh, this is the XOR gate as well. 2, 3, 4. I think I'm just making this more complicated. Don't do that. We can count up to 3, but once we hit 4, it goes back down to 2. How do I get 4? 1, 2, 3. What's the difference between 2 and 4? There is none. Off, on. Off, on. Shit. Wait a minute. If it's just... all 4, then we just bypass everything. Ah. Okay. We get 4. So like for 3, I just hook up the odd up to 1, the even up to 2, but 4. No. Ugh. It's the way that I'm hooking things up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm really tempted to look at the solution here. God fucking damn, man. I'm so close. 4. What if I stick a NAND gate here? all four. I'm back. Hello. How's it going? We've gotten to counting signals. What's it called? Yeah, so we've got a binary counter. He's on to counting. Yup. Let me show you what we've done so far. So we got through basic logic. We have XOR and XNOR gates. Here's like a level where you like count binary. Here this circuit just this circuit. If there are two or more on at once, then this detects if two or more are on at once. This detects if there's an odd number of signals, and we're what's it called? The hint here is that like the circuitry for the 1s bit is the same as what you did in the odd number, and the circuitry for the 2s bit is what you did for the double treble, except when all four are on. 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 Would it not be NAND? Wait. Unless both inputs are on. Wait, no, this should be an AND gate. Right? When both inputs are on. When... But yeah, let's go. I'm able to get, I'm able to count all the way to 3, but like 4 just isn't working. What's it called? Ugh. So none of this does anything. Let me get rid of all these dots. Yeah, so this is what we have so far. Shit. But yeah, I'm gonna be so for real, I'm kinda stuck. Like, what's it called? I don't know how you would, but like, I guess like, can you like try to tip me in the right direction somehow, I guess? Cause I recognize that like, so for 1, the top is on. For 2, the bottom is on. For 3, both are on. And then for 4, it's the same as 2, which is weird. But yeah. I don't know how to get the third bit to count like to 4. Cause like, what's it called? I know it's like, what's it called? For 3, both bits are powered. But for 4, you have to depower the first 2 bits. Try using the AND gate. Okay. So like... Let me cut it off there. So like... What if I merge this into one signal? Oh. So 1... 2, 3, 4. Okay, so for 1, I don't want to stick it directly into the 1. Unless that's what I'm supposed to do. Because, like, 1... So if all 4 of them are on, then it has to go here. It's 4. If I do 3... Okay, it has to be this. Okay, so the bottom and not the top. Then you'll have 3 XOR gates, 10 AND gates, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3 OR gates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I do it with 4 AND gates. Okay. Okay, so this is just 1, 2, 1, 2. One, 2, 3 is AND. So that's 3. And then 4 is 2 and not 1. Oh. Well, I mean... Wait. Oh, it's the other way around. Hold on. Oh. Wait. What did I do? Not you. And you. So, 1... Okay, so let's just try this. So, like, this is 1. This is 2. 3. And then 4. Uh-huh. So I feel like this just bypasses everything. So just, if there's just 1, then do that. But if okay, so it's 2. And that do 2. Okay, so what are all the cases for 2? It's that. So 2 is these. Okay, let's do this. So 1, 2, 3 is this. And then 4. What's the difference between 2 and 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 4 is not 2 for starters. I feel like genuinely this does get to bypass. So just 1, 1, 1, 1. And 2. But this 2 has to turn off somehow. It's 2. Wait, it's 2 and not 4. Two and not 4. Oh. Do I just use a knot? No. 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so hold on. So the XOR is bypass. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so 2 is 1 and okay, so 1 and 2. Wait, okay. Two. I feel like I bring this out. Cause like, so do I merge the signals here? You got XOR line extended? Hold on. Wait. Wait, if I do this and not this, it's just... Bring the 4 lines out as right? Okay. Because, like, I know I have to do something with all of this. Because 2 is this and not this. So I'm gonna do like some crackhead shit here. Okay. 1, 2. Oh, right. One, 2, 3, and then 4 is just this. Yes! 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 I'm so happy. Holy fucking shit. Oh, I'm learning. I'm learning. Oh. Half adder.
We measure the universe with numbers, so your machine must learn to count.
Treat the inputs as 0 or 1 depending on add them together in binary such that the result is either 0 or 1. As with normal addition, if the result cannot be described with 1 digit, set the carry to 1. What? Okay. I don't have to get a... Okay. Well, I'm gonna take a shower. Good luck. But yeah. I'll try to do this and I'll probably end. Actually, you don't know. I'm gonna end there. Yeah, that's... I think that's a pretty good place to end stream. It's 11 p.m. I'm gonna... Like, I need to try to start, like, capping my streams to, like, 2 or 3 hours. Ideally back to 2. Ideally back to 2, because I stream for 7 hours is not good for my sleep schedule. But yeah, thanks for popping in, everyone who's here. Everyone who may not be here anymore. And while you're ahead, yeah. But yeah, thanks for popping in, everyone who's here and who may not be here anymore. This was fun. This was really fun. Even if like I sat here miserable, I figured it out. How long has this stream been? We are just coming up to the 3-hour mark. So like, next time it'll just be like the 3-hour. Like, next time I want to try to like cap it to the 2-hour mark. But yeah. Anyways, I've been Tearlaments Suureva, or Reva for short. Have a good day, night, morning, day, night, evening, and I'm gonna go sleep. But yeah. Anyways, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye bye.